I always tell people the day the Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize that they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning. But the problem is our communities are divided. For Asian Americans and for African Americans, we probably have one of the worst relationships between any community.
Well, I bet you a lot of Asian Americans too don't, in my experience, don't even realize that if it wasn't for the civil rights movement, there would not be 22 million Asian Americans in this country.
Thank you. What I have been trying to teach the Asian community is like, friends, do you understand that your success, your prosperity, your civil rights that you enjoy right now was paid for with Black blood?
Hello my beautiful family, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are. I hope the Lord has kept you live and kicking. In case you are seeing me for the very first time, I hope you do consider subscribing on the channel. And to all my returning subscribers, you guys, you are my MVPs and I don't take none of you for granted. Thank you so very much, because whatever you add on here, it means a lot to me. So in today's episode, without even wasting time, let's go direct into it. We have two Asian men, actually the other one looks like a Chinese. They come out on their podcast and they are like, I wish the Asian people can realize that Asian people and the Black community, we both do have the same oppressors. I wish we can realize that and actually get united. They posed this question, and as a conversation, they were literally discussing amongst themselves. So let us watch these few videos from other people that have already reacted on them. Then I'll come back and also talk about it.
I always tell people the day the Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize that they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning. But the problem is our communities are divided. For Asian Americans and for African Americans, we probably have one of the worst relationships between any community.
Well, I bet you a lot of Asian Americans too don't, in my experience, don't even realize that if it wasn't for the civil rights movement, there would not be 22 million Asian Americans in this country.
Thank you. What I have been trying to teach the Asian community is like, friends, do you understand that your success, your prosperity, your civil rights that you enjoy right now was paid for with Black blood?
No, we're good. We are good. No. I'm speaking for Black American experience. Every time we have tried to band with everyone, literally, the whites come in and offer you all something and you leave us in the dust. We tried it. Our own people sold us out. Let's start there. Well, I don't even know if that, because I feel like it went by tribe. It was a war, but let's not even start there. Let's just say our own people sold us out, right? Arabs conquered North Africa, the Spanish slave trade, which they had Black people in. Then when you look at the Native Americans, the 5 civilized tribes, most of them sold the Blacks back to the whites because the Blacks couldn't afford to prove that they were Native Americans. Every time we have tried to band with someone, y'all fuck us over. Figure it out your fucking self. I am not a racist person. I love everybody. But when it comes to success, I'm only worried about the Black American community right now due to the fact of, if it was vice versa, everybody else would think of themselves. So we're starting to get the mindset you all have. And quite honestly, this is just my opinion. I hope this doesn't come off racist or, funny. You got to watch Asians. They're more slicker and narcissistic than white people. They're smart. Watch them. Even though they're cool, though, watch them. This is why I've gone to say, I don't try to throw it in anybody else's face, but if you are not Black American, and I'm talking about descendant of the slave trade Black American, and even if you have the same skin color, and if you're from somewhere else, the civil rights movement and us not wanting to be slaves anymore and actually telling them we're not going to do the work literally brought you all in. We literally are the reason why everyone came in here. If we were good slaves and we actually did what the white man told us to do, none of you all would be here, honestly. And that's real tea. They only started letting everybody in because we started to fight back.
I always tell people the day the Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize that they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning. But the problem is our communities are divided. For Asian Americans and for African Americans, we probably have one of the worst relationships between any community.
Well, I bet you a lot of...
So then tell your community to stop being anti-Black towards Black people in America. I mean, it's not that hard. All you have to do is have a little meeting with your said race and tell them to stop being anti-Black towards Black people. Like, are we serious right now? Like, everybody starts with us. And then when we as a whole clap back at everybody, white people, Asian people, don't matter. Now it's all about, like, that's not how that works. We were brought here literally against our own will. In the Americas, in the Caribbean, in Canada, Mexico, we were brought here against our will, right? The majority of other races chose to come here. The majority, yes. I'm aware that some Asians were enslaved and brought here to work on the railroads in the West. I get that. But outside of that, the vast majority of y'all chose to come here. So stop with this whole, we on the same boat. We all equal. We all equally go through the same thing. No, we do not. No, we do not. And that's no hate towards the Asian community. I love my Asian folks down. But stop the nonsense. Work on your community and tell them to stop being anti-black to us. When you guys owning your little corner stores and this, that, and the third, when you guys are owning your businesses and you see dark-skinned black folks, light-skinned black folks in general, whether they have cornrows, dreadlocks, whatever the case may be, walk into your establishments, okay? And you guys get a little bit of anxiety because we're wearing a shiesty or we're wearing a durag. Maybe you need to work on your internalized anti-blackness before you sit here and worry about how we react to it, respectfully. Then maybe, just maybe, we can work together and fight this big old oppressor of ours, right?
Now, when I watched this video, I honestly appreciated it. That at least now we have someone that really sees the value. At least somebody who is trying to go through the same path as black people, someone who is literally trying to be on our side. I was very excited. I was very happy. But however, here are some of the questions that kind of clicked into my mind. And I'm like, why are they realizing this now? Because lately, from long time ago, black people, we have always been loving and we have always been supportive to any other race. But what do? They end up betraying us, They end up betraying us and leaving us. We start digging together, and when it's time for us to harvest together, they just go and harvest behind our back and they leave us. So honestly, I don't want even to be so negative in this video, but I am just having second thoughts about it. This is a very beautiful video, of course, and them obviously posing such a question and posing such an idea on their podcast. It is really beautiful. My question is, should we really trust these people? Or I feel like themselves, they should sit as a community, as an Asian community, and discuss these things amongst themselves, because we as black people, we are very welcoming, and obviously we shall always welcome them with an open hand. So I feel like this discussion amongst them, it honestly came from a genuine heart. I'm literally realizing right now, because they are seeing the immigration is taking on in the US, and they know they are literally the people who are the immigrants. Anytime them as the immigrants are going to be dumped out of the US, and the original people who are the blacks, they are going to be left in the US. So they feel like the only person they can run to are the black people. So you people, I'm just seeing some type of hypocrisy in this video. It comes with some type of hidden agenda. It is very honest, but as a black person who has been so heartbroken and literally used for the longest, I just have these questions. And you guys, if I'm being too much or I'm overreacting over these videos, please let me know what you think about it down in the commentary, because honestly, I don't think we should really trust these people. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Let us meet in the next episode, and I hope you have enjoyed this one. Please endeavor to subscribe on the channel so that you don't miss out anything that I'll be uploading.